last week, on our last little experience here, we had combined the map that we had gotten pieces from at Flotsam Vale in the forest, and also from that big monster that was in the tides. And we were able to get all of that together and assemble it on the back of the cereal box. Unfortunately, Roland, who is the person who owns New Carcinia, this beautiful trash-filled or trash-composed city that we're inside of, decided to take the entire cereal box and run off to Flotsam Vale to be able to make use of it. That doesn't really sit with us in particular, even though we have very much kind of been a little bit more passive, or at least this crowd has been. Well, we want our shell back, and we are going to try and get our shell back by taking that map for ourselves. So as you can see here, everyone is a little distressed about this. This is probably the most amount of people we've been able to talk to in this particular scenario here. But we're going to see if we can't find our way back. So something that's nice is that this is technically a little bit of backtracking, so we can, in fact, go and use our shells to get back there. But I do want to get a little bit of practice in first. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. And there are a few things that are just out in the... Whoop, hello. So yeah, I don't know if I had the opportunity to use that before, but attacking their weak point for massive damage. A googly eye, reducing 50% affliction buildup. That can be good. Afflictions are something that I find can be a little bit difficult to deal with. But for me personally, I try to avoid them, so it's not something that I want to outfit as much. And either way, you can kind of see when you look at your stowaways. That's only 2. But everything else, you know, I do like to focus on damage when I do these damage-heavy build in Souls-like. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it certainly is mine. Let's see, we got these guys here, too. Oops. I always hate fighting these guys in particular. Like, I think that... the fact that they're elevated like that makes it harder to just straight up hit them. And also they make the worst death noise ever. Like, just the worst. Like, you have to be right on top of them, whereas in some of these other situations, you kind of can hold yourself back a little bit. But as you see, we're in a little bit of a pizza box here. As you can also see, my damage has reached ridiculous levels to this point. Oh, whoops. Didn't want to do that. Wanted to take a peek at where we're at. That's a little far. Yeah, that's a little far. Oh, I forgot. Wait. Oh, wait. it is worth it. And either way, we aren't really using that anyway. This is why I say getting the shell hammer is a really good idea, because if you're in a situation where your shell breaks, you can literally just swap it out right after. And like I've also said, I mean, one of the bigger things about this game that can be really interesting is the need to have to kind of swap your skills. And also the ability to be able to say, hey, you know, I can have a heavier shell for damage while at the same time having like a lighter shell for something to carry on my back. The hammer is good, honestly. Like, there's a lot of upsides to it, especially if you're really patient. I think that this was the thing that made the latter parts of this game really start to sing for me. Like, just the feeling that, hey, you know, maybe there's a little bit of difficulty in terms of being able to, you know, follow up on enemies. But if you have that uppercut as well, you can get yourself a really good extra free hit in. And quick health hit in as well. Actually, hold on. I think the Lamprey was, yeah, Lamprey Plus. I'll take that. Unless it's gone? Where'd it go? Did I not pick up the Lamprey? Like, what? Where is it? Like... God, that's really odd, actually. Oh, well. In we go. So you may have noticed before, just a little bit, that there was a specific location to go to. I decided to access it before I needed to. But now it is about to come in handy because the shipping port is right outside of where I need to go, and I don't have to fight any enemies in this fairly difficult region in order to get there. Yeah, see, if you remember, that's a little bit of what I was looking at when I was trying to go through here the last time. I was like, where's that? And it turns out it's not, in fact, here. Hold on. I need to get my shell off. There we go. What have you got to say? So, unfortunately, the barge out there is where Roland is. And, this boat doesn't have a charge to it. So let's see. That did not do anything. But first, you've got some. The ingenuity of a small business owner has yet to be considered in this situation. The Shellfish Corp owns this boat. So why don't we go in there and figure out what's going on? And yeah, I mean, that has a lot of cables next to it. I feel like it has to do something, right? Oh, yeah, no. You'll help. So, put very simply, we have to storm a castle now. And that castle is the Shellfish Corp's main base. Which, as you can see, has Scuttle up there. Scuttle, yeah. I thought that was a Z for some reason. That doesn't really make much sense. Well... I do find it funny that you can still stab using the hammer. Like, that's way more than just stabbing them with a fork, for sure. If you stab them with a party hat, in addition to that, I guess. Yeah, breaking something on them does a good amount of damage as well. The only thing is of course you lose the hammer off of it, but there's plenty of things to grab around here. What the hell? No idea how you survived that, but you know what? It's fine. Hey, first. I already know what to do, though, so... So this is a really interesting little dungeon here, honestly. One of the biggest aspects of it is shells that are... Your wearable shells kind of become a little bit more of a puzzle-solving aspect. First and foremost, having to use them for these batteries here. But then also having to use metal shells as magnets as well. Which means you have to kind of have a consideration of what shells you've got on you. Another good reason to pick up the hammer, so that you don't have to give up a potentially really good shell every time you need to progress. There's some money opportunities around here, some things to pick up, of course, from these, what I would assume are employee storage lockers. Just like that. Yeah, hammer strength build is, if you're trying to be that person that just shuts people up really quickly, it's a good thought to put a lot into all of this. Well, sure enough, we have a nice shell over here for us to be able to use. This slurry gunks you up, and that's probably another good reason to outfit some things that prevent you from taking too much damage or too much status influence. Because you may find yourself stuck in a battle against people. Oh, being stuck in the air didn't help. Wow. Wow. Starting off hot. It's okay, like, literally we're right there, so... Back off. I don't even want revenge that bad. You I can take some revenge from. Whoops. Oh, hey. Why did I think that I was going to be able to survive that? Oh. Oh, right, because I wasn't wearing it. Okay, don't avoid the bigger one. Unless I do it like this. Do it the smart way. Slid right into his mouth. Come here, dude. So yeah, the larger shells, the biggest problem with them is, of course, you lose a lot of your dodge utility. But this one is worth it because you get the ability to get a second life. And one of the best things about it, too, is that in addition to that, if you have a certain shell connected to that, you can get a little something extra off of it, too. Anyway, so this is a little bit of what I was talking about before. We do not have the thing necessary to be able to get up there. So we're going to use this magnet. I can't speak for most Souls-likes because I haven't played too many other ones, obviously. But I really think that this is kind of the thing that like drew me to this game, like the sort of Zelda-like puzzle solving and Zelda-like kind of dungeon crawling to some degree. So anyway, now that we have handled that, and the magnet is moving, we can then use that to go where we need to go. And I love the little magnet crab thing. What the hell happened there? I just want to pop off for a second. Yeah. One region to the next. And don't worry if you do end up losing these shells. There are a lot of them around. So, you know, you don't have to worry about kind of like holding onto the same metal magnetic stuff the whole time and trying to figure out what to do with that. The only thing you do have to worry about a little bit of is when you're trying to block up here and fight or stuff like this. Very much one of those watch your step kind of situations. You gotta watch your step. It's a pretty good tune, yeah. Another thing I really like about this game, just it's got a lot of good music in it. Anyway, that's where we're going to be in maybe 20 or 30 minutes. After we've done all the requisite platforming to get there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the verts and everything, you know, it's really kind of fun. Like, for people who liked the hook shot and were thinking to themselves, damn, it'd be nice if there was a game built around that. Like an additional game built around that. Good news. It's this. And our reward for all of this is, of course, Stainless Relic. So now, I think what we can do is we can, yeah, we can. So yeah, this doesn't give us too much of a dodging of kind of experiences here, but it does let us avoid fighting that big boy, which is a very good thing, because he will make you suffer very quickly. Much more quickly than you desire. So we're just going to sidestep him completely. And we're going to get, you know, critical... Well... Thank God you don't die off of just falling in this game, because then we'd have to backtrack all the way. But yeah, that just lets us get right over to the next shell. No muss, no fuss. I'd be hard-pressed to think that I do actually have anything. This place kind of whack. I thought it was going to be like a cool factory. Yeah, I mean... seriously. This place sucks. Everyone's getting bullied all the time, everywhere. Why do you think everyone worked here in the first place anyway? They probably got roped into paying some other jerk back like me. You're starting to say some edgy stuff, dude. What's next? We should stop using trash altogether? I mean, you know, for your health, maybe. That'd be good. But also, a little shortcut, just in case we do need to go back down there. That's the fun thing about this game, where there's like all of these moments where it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, you know, capitalism sucks, but what are you supposed to do? Not do these things? You know, like, it's like kind of AI to some degree, where it's like, a lot of people when they talk about AI usage, they're like, well, you know, it's weird, but I mean, it's the future. Like, yeah, what are you supposed to do? Not you know, kind of use it. And that's kind of the motivator for a lot of resources, a lot of products right now. Like, nobody wants to be kind of, you know, the person who was left behind with it. But with AI, it's like, you know, come on, like, you know. Anyway, I got this on my back, so I can swap over to it if I'm feeling some pressure. This is the way I actually really like to kind of use my resources. Like, I like to have kind of the hammer on me, and then I like to, if it's about to get broken, or I'm in a situation where it's not necessarily going to be as useful to me, then I can swap it over. And and then use the ability, and then kind of just hang from there. It didn't dawn on me, but there's a hook over there. Oh, it's because I can do this. Circle right back around. Okay. I was wondering what that was for. I was like, wait, like, I already got over, like, I just walked over here. Like, what's the problem with that? I love that it's like, you know, it's blinking red, but it still has half health. Well, I mean, that's a lot less than half, but that's a lot of damage it can still take, though. Yeah. Drop. And up we go. Sinker plus plus. Now, let's just hope. Okay. Again, very odd. Oh, I need 50 attack for it to work. I guess I'll hold with my current strategy then. I feel like I'm pretty close to 50. No, I'm at 33. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Just a feeling that I might need it. I was like, I probably could, you know, get away with this, but it's better to not estimate yourself sometimes. Rubber band. Man. Whoa! Whoops. I need another battery. It's gonna be, or another thingy. It's gonna be down here, I'm sure. Water with you. Into the water. Alright, extra barbed hook. can be a little hard to hit those sometimes. It's not ridiculous, but it's definitely one of those things where I look at it, I'm like, oh, you know? Oh, come on. Leave me alone, guys. Please. Oh, duh, because down here is a completely different area. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute, like, that doesn't feel like the same spot. And it's because it wasn't. Because it wasn't at all. Alright, so that raises the cage up here. Or rather, I guess, the elevator, technically. And we can use that. Just cross over like this. It's a really well designed area, honestly. Like that's one of the bigger things about this game for me is that like if it just stopped at being like a Crab Souls-like, I feel like it would be good enough in a lot of people's eyes, but the fact that they made a point to make these areas so interesting and full is really neat. It's the type of thing that elevates it to a much higher standard than I think a lot of people would be willing to kind of give it, you know? That's the thing with some games where it's like you get the sense that some games, like, the pitch is kind of meant to be the appeal for a lot of people. So sometimes people kind of just stop and they're like, you know, we have to go above and beyond for it. Or even there's a perception that people don't have to go above and beyond because the pitch is a certain way. And this is very much like, okay, we have the pitch, but we also have way more that we want to do with it here too. At least I got my shell back. And because I've done the puzzle, I don't have to do it again. I just have to not die again, and that would be great. I hate when I die, like, in the middle of, like, 3 or 4 enemies or something like that. Or in kind of an area like that where I kind of have to get in and get out more quickly. You know what I mean? Because that takes it from being something where I'm like, well, you know, I can just move out of the way to, okay, like, if I die, like, I am going to be put in the exact same situation that I was in before. No. It's fine. Oh, I forgot there's a guy over here too. Get out of my way. Please. Please move. Please, I beg of you. You know what? No. That was dumb. I don't know why I did that. Because of the complications to this area, it can be one of the longer levels to kind of work your way through. Because unlike, for an example, kind of the forest that we encountered at the start, where if you know exactly where to go, you can just go there and then be done with it. this is something where it's a little bit more of kind of a trial and error. Me knowing where I need to go means nothing. Except that, you know, there's a little bit of extra. Oops, I forgot. I probably should switch off of this, like, crab trap thing. I don't really like it as much as I thought I would. Oh, boy. It's not even like a, oh, you know, it's a bad thing. It's just, it's not for me, you know? Sometimes an ability is just not for you. This guy, one of the bigger things about him is that he's like the normal hammer guys, but he can also hit you with electricity. And really, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about how bad fighting him is going to be, then, you know. Also realized I rocked that with no shelf, which is kind of stupid and reckless. I wouldn't have been able to dodge him the way I would have wanted to if I had just held on, though. What did that give me in terms of attack? 39? That's pretty good. So yeah, you can chat with these guys. These are the people who work here. They will basically just straight up tell you, like, this place sucks and things like that. We do have another convo with, I believe Firth is over here as well. Yeah, how's it going? You seeing anything that you like? It totally sucks to work here. Oh, he looks so messed up about it. Everyone's working way too hard drying gunk, and they barely get paid anything for it. I mean, I knew trash salvaging was kind of a bunk job. Talking to these guys, what is this weird feeling in my chest? It's almost like class solidarity. It's like I'm feeling bad about how good my life is compared to theirs. Makes no sense, you know? It's a dumb thing to be feeling. But I still wish there was a way to help these guys. If Roland knew what was going on, he'd fix this place right up. Oh, honey. No. I'm just gonna say it, no. He does know what's going on, man. He likes it this way. That's what everyone's been trying to tell you. As long as he gets rich, he doesn't care what happens to anyone else at all. Just like the Duchess and that shark and everyone else in this thing. He never met that shark, dude, so I don't know. I'll explain the whole thing. He'll get these guys better shops in no time. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Firth seems like the type of person to buy the art of the deal. Like, just buy it and be like, yeah, deals, right? Am I right? He seems to be, he's like the guy who would buy Art of War and be like, yeah, this is a good business book. I hate that so much, honestly. Like, Art of War as a business book is the ultimate, like, dumb thing that has been normalized as, like, a real thing ever. Because people, I mean, I feel like people, like, there's a lot of books that exist out there that are specifically for the purposes of, like, people going, I look smart in front of other people when this is on my bookshelf. And Art of War is, like, the ultimate, if you're a business person, I look smart having this on my bookshelf book ever. You can't learn how to run a business off of that. You really can't. There's way better, like, you know, you can turn this into something, like, I won't deny that there's books that are out there that are kind of not intended for the purpose that they're, like, you know, centered around. Oh, these guys are locked in there. That's crazy. Like, there's definitely a genre of, like, books that exist out there where it's like, yeah, I mean, someone intended for this book to mean one thing, but you could probably apply it to a number of other things and it's good. But that ain't Art of War, I'm sorry. It just is not. Like, if that's the only thing that you're buying it to decipher it for, then you're not... How the hell do I get back up here? Maybe I should jump off. Oh, you're kidding. I'm gonna respawn. That feels like I missed a trick there. Well, also I didn't have the a metal shell either, so that's the biggest thing about that. Good news is there's not too much going on around here. So we kind of can dodge around and wait for the most part. This one takes a long time, so it's going to take a long time to come back. Hey, good enough. Good enough. Make our way back over. Yeah, that was definitely one of those things where it's like, check the area beforehand, and then you'll be able to get out of there okay. But if you don't check the area beforehand, then, well, they ain't got anything for you, basically. Anyway, we are kind of stuck with an encounter here. So the biggest thing is that you can't parry electrical attacks. Or you can't block electrical attacks. So if you miss the parry, then prepare to suffer is kind of the biggest thing with them. I was in the air, so I can get him with that. That's why I prefer to dodge those guys, honestly. Like I said before, they're not really my favorite. I don't think I've ever... I saw the whole animation of that before. Okay. So, I'm sure you realize that the next step of this is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to stick this thing in there. I'm going to have to circle back around, and I'm going to have to run. Because this guy... Well, if you're not careful, he can trap you very quickly with his electricity-based moves. And of course, he's standing right in the way. Oh god, I keep forgetting that he's got that actual swing that he wants to do. Alright, Hook is up. Oh! No, 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 no! Okay. It's a little close. Up we go. I think at the top of this area is a little bit of a shell for us, but we have to be careful. How did he hit me from up there? Or down there? Like, what? Oh, well. So, it looks like my journey was over a little later than I thought it would be. But that's good news. At least we don't have to do the other puzzle again. I love his little crawling thing. It's funny because, like, you can tell that the whole, like, crab in the shell thing is meant to fit in a little bit for larger shells. So it makes the smaller shells look even funnier when they do that with them. Okay. I think I'm gonna fight these guys. Oops. Oh. The good news is that these guys telegraph their moves a little bit longer. So, you know, if you are a person who's kind of a little bit more careful... Oops. You can at least benefit a little bit. Oh, wow, okay. Doesn't make too much sense. There we go. You see that? Like, they take a lot longer to hit a move than the ones with the normal ones with the hammer. That's your, I mean, that's both a blessing and a curse in terms of being able to fight them. Because if you're prepared for a certain type of attack, then you're going to get brutalized by the electricity. And if you're, well, if you're able to adjust for it, then that means that you might be able to get in an extra hit with the standard fork before a parry. You know, needing to stop to parry can be tricky sometimes, so that simplifies it somewhat. Yeah, like the heavy hammer, heavy shell combo can be a little tricky to run with because again you're sacrificing mobility quite a bit. I think that it's easier once you get all of the mobility options for yourself. Like the ability to do the quick dash backwards helps a lot with being able to do this. Because then all of a sudden it's not, oh, you're having to dodge like in all kinds of different directions. There's the Souls-like. You can just go, oh, you know, little quick hop back. Yeah, if I need to. Maybe a little bit of running around and stuff like that, but as far as like your actual requirements, like it's not as requirements heavy in order to be able to dodge in a kind of direct combat situation. This is a game that kind of rewards you for being as close to your enemy as possible, and as willing to kind of adapt on the fly with the attacks that you use as possible too. So that quick backdash is, or back hop, I guess, will work wonders for you if you know how to use it. But as you can see, like, coupled with the balance damage kind of extra thing that I have, I'm kind of being able to, like, interrupt everything they want to do to me every single time they try to do it, which is awesome. Alright, nice extra little region here. Biggest problem sometimes is being able to watch where you step. I think the worst feeling that I've ever had when I've done one of these is there's been a floor below me, and because of that I can't just die and then come back, you know? Oh, damn it. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Yeah, I blame, I mean, no Johns, obviously, but I do definitely blame my lack of, my kind of hiatus from the game as being a little bit of a factor in what's going on here. Like, say what you will, but there's definitely a little bit of rust in terms of the Souls-like experience for me here. What the hell happened? I collected a lot of stuff randomly just now. I'm wondering what that's all about. Oh, gotta get past these guys. Oh, where's the other one at? Is he down here? He does not look like he's down there at all. Okay, well, I ain't mad at it. It made dodging him a way easier. But yeah, being able to just interrupt all of their attacks when they're winding up is really good. Like, if you are someone who is clever enough and can time your attacks well, you don't have to worry at all about fighting these guys in most scenarios. See, right there. That tends to happen. Hey, how's it going? See what I mean? Like, the biggest thing, and this is why advancing your damage is good there, is that, like, the hammer really only gets, like, useful when you have to use it like once or twice to be able to hit people. Like, you never want to be hammering and then doing the follow-up strike, and then hammering and doing the follow-up strike. Like, you want to try and do maybe a running attack like this, you know, to kick it off, and then kind of just follow up with the standard, just hit them, and then follow up. So that's the direction we need to go. As you may expect, we need a plug to get there. Luckily, up here, we got one. Did I misplace the button? Yeah, button's not around here. Usually it is pretty close, so I'm kind of confused. Let's see. Let's retrace our steps real quick. Oh, that's it. Yep. I just remembered. We had to hit that button up there, and because I've been dying in this area, I didn't hit that button. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, there are a few things in this game that you can really get away with not using, but I feel like all of the core upgrades are important. You know, the ones that are kind of, you get the opportunity to unlock when you first meet the shell. The moon snail. But, yeah, you could get away with, I mean, you have to be really good is the thing. I think that these upgrades, like, there's probably, I mean, Souls-like, right? So I guarantee you there's probably someone who's like, oh my god, I found the best way to get through the game without, you know, needing, you know, all the upgrades. You just need to, you know, focus on this, and this. And then that's, you know, how they've kind of configured it. But for me personally, I'm not a Souls-like player, traditionally, so... And it also allows me to show off what this game actually has in store, so... Propane tank. Blue Dino. I really like the knockoff brands, honestly. Like, it's really fun. You can tell that someone had a lot of fun coming up with ways to make legally distinct things that your brain still tricks you into being like, oh, that is that specifically. Like, there's never been a point where I've gone into this and been like, damn, like, it'd be, you know, It's kind of crazy that they're using this because I don't know what it is. Like, you can kind of figure out what it is every single time, which is nice. Yeah, like I've been saying, see this? One hit. One hit. One hit. That's what you want. Real combat, real maneuvers. Speaking of maneuvers, I have a lot of these extra. I've been collecting a lot of these. Next shell, I'll probably go and I'll get something real quick. An upgrade, or maybe a upgrade to your abilities. I feel like there's another one of those around here. One of those you can get upgrade, like optional upgrade givers from a optional boss. I don't recall which one it is, but I feel like I remember that being something that was there. I have no idea why I dodged it like that, but I didn't jump. The only points where you're really kind of having to block those guys, if you're approaching my way, is when they start doing the drilling thing. That's really hard to deal with. Whoa. No, not quite yet. That's really kind of hard to deal with if you're not, like, attacking before they're even attacking, basically. Anyway, they do give you the opportunity to jump over, but, you know, don't worry. They also give you the opportunity to get out of it like that, too. This area is something else. I remember when I played this initially, there's a spot up there that you go, and it has something extra. I forget what extra it has. But if you're not careful, that could be the end of you. So, okay, as you can see, another shortcut. That stops around that area, which lets us backtrack. Let's see what we can do about some upgrades. Looks like, yeah, we can get a fork upgrade. I'll go ahead and I'll sell my stuff too. And then we can upgrade ourselves and maybe purchase some other stuff. Oh, couldn't really see it there. Sorry about that, Krill. Alright, let's see. Oh. Didn't realize we had more to go with that. But yeah, let's get rid of some of this stuff that we're not really using. Some of it can be useful, but for me, it's like, you know. Like there's a few more that we can do, but we'll wait until we're ready. Got one of these. I feel comfortable with sticking with that stuff for right now. What else did I want to do? Yeah, let's get an upgrade. how's it going? Let's see. Oh, we have more than enough to do stuff. This is it, the skedaddle. And the skedaddle jump, I think would be good. But also, that is really solid there, too. So yeah, we get the ability to get our shell back the instant it's broken, which means that we can do like 2 additional lives, basically. And also the skedaddle, which I talked about a little bit before. But all of which is going to be very useful to me. Let's see. Survivor's camp, maybe? No, it wasn't that one. I think the mag rail was the one across the way. Sorting chamber. Alright, back to business. I like how this area has two kind of shortcuts that you can use. One to go up and then one to go down, I guess, technically. Yeah, so this area up here is hellish, honestly. You're gonna need to go up there eventually, but we'll save that for when we need to. Racking up the stainless relics here. Oh, God. I was really worried there for a second. Alright, well, no getting around it. A pretty busy area, enemy-wise. And if you're one of those types of people that likes to kill everyone, which I know that I was when I first started, you're probably going to have a bit of a tougher time doing that up there. That first swing, like that wind up on it is... It's pretty easy to kind of get in a loop where that can work for you. Anyway, we can officially go over to that area. So yeah, probably one of the longer progressions in this game. But it being accompanied by a really solid collection of enemies and puzzles makes it all the better in my eyes. Anyway, so get into the power center. Yeah, buddy. This place has really changed my mind on a few things. What? Even rich guys can make mistakes after all. Things are really screwed up for the crabs around here. They're living, like, super sad lives. Even a genius like Roland can lose sight of what's important. I gotta get as rich as Roland that way so I can donate a lot of money. Yeah, exactly. Charity, right? Teach a fish to drive? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah. Thanks for nothing, buddy. Really appreciate it. Alright, in we go. This is a bit of a tougher boss as well, so...
The world these days is dark and mean. Even the water tastes unclean. And even those you love and trust would rip your limbs off if they must. Like Mr. R, the one in charge, who scrapped our homes to build his barge. But don't be gloomy, glum, or sad, 'cause down in here, it's not so bad. Save crying for another day. Forget it all. Come on, let's play.
Yeah, so...
Time for a makeover!
Bowtie the Accumulator has a number of really interesting tricks connected to her. The first is the fact that she swaps over to very dangerous electrical moves. Which, like I mentioned before, can be a little hard if you're not prepared to parry them properly.
I'm having so much fun!
So, once she has been sufficiently damaged, she will then move to another section.
Woo! I'm getting
and she will bring out a new electrical-based attack. So you really need to get comfortable, honestly, with parrying. And just get in there.
I don't even know what this one does.
Okay. Well, vibrator time. This will deal a lot of damage to you without a lot of ability to kind of follow up on it, so you need to be careful about it.
I made us a snack!
So, hot toast. It does deal damage to you, but in addition to it, you can use it as a way to get what is essentially a lot of free damage on it.
You're the best playmate ever! No one else stayed awake this long!
Yeah. I really appreciate that. So yeah, she'll gunk up the floors now. And that means that in addition to fighting her the way that you have before, you have to worry about that.
My thread's broken again!
Oh, maybe it's because I swapped off. Oh well. That was further than I feel like I should have reasonably been able to get with all of that, but the good news is that I get all my stuff back. Don't have to worry about it as much. And I can
Time for a makeover!
Well, okay, I've burned one of my 4 lives in this scenario. Just on trying to get past this stupid thing here.
I'm having so much fun!
It has occurred to me that I probably should be using my my gun.
I don't even know what this one does!
The best thing about the vibrator really is that it doesn't really move all that much. So you can kind of dodge it properly and then get a good amount of free hits if you're paying attention.
I made us a snack!
And like I said as well, free hits off of this. Like, honestly, the toaster moves around so much that it makes it hard. It honestly makes it really hard for her to hit you with her little
Woo!
stomp.
I'm getting the tingles!
I haven't really seen her swap up her attack patterns like this before. I got used to fighting her a certain way, so...
You're the best playmate ever! No one else stayed awake this long!
Halfway. Let's see. Okay. Should be enough. I burned through my extra lives. The good news is that hopefully I won't have to fight all of that ever again, so... Alright. Toaster time. Just my luck that she decided to decide to change her place. No!
Fence broken again!
If I'd have just shot her at that last little bit there, I would have been good. Let's do it like this, then.
The world these days is dark and... Time for a makeover!
That was really lucky.
I'm having so much
Perfect.
fun!
I did that great, actually. You saw.
I don't even know what this one does!
It's going fine. Don't worry. It's going fine.
I made us a snack!
No idea why I did that. Oh, move, Krill. Come on.
You're the best playmate ever! No one else stayed awake this long!
Alright. Good news is that I have my probiotics. I also have my final recovery. Oh, that was weird. I don't think that was supposed to happen. What? What's she doing? Oh. Okay. It looked like she was going to use a different one there for a second, and then she changed her mind, so... Well... Oh, please die. Please. Okay. That one could have been way better, but it also could have been way worse. back a little bit. Get some health back. A little bit more, a little bit more. I love how she's kind of being like, no, I have a vibrator. I will vibrate. I was like, that missed her completely, so she's probably on to the next one now.
Woo! I'm getting the tingles.
Swapping really quick now. Oh crap. Just wait a minute. I'm surprised. I don't think she was at the toaster level when I almost killed her the last time. So maybe she has another movement she wants to make. Well. Oh my god, please no. Not after all that, like, prep that I just did to heal and get myself ready. Oh. Oops.
Thanks for playing with me.
And now we get a playful eel that can be used to shock enemies or power nearby equipment. And once you know it, we have a really good place to test it. Right here. That takes us right back around. Like, literally, we're right out here, and we can just head back. So yeah, far from an easy boss, but if you're able to roll with the punches, especially in that second phase when you have less room to have to move around, I'd say that, you know, damage is a good... you know, increasing your damage is a good idea, but also getting that bubble shot is a really good idea. And making use of it, making really good use of it. Let's head over here and let's save real quick. Because we've got some extra stuff that we've got to do to head out of here. Got enough for one more. As it so happens, I have the, let's see. I'll do this, why not? Build to kind of the last few. Oh, those tell you that there's just new conversations to be heard and new people to talk to more than anything else. The important thing is that we are on the road. The even more important thing is that we can go ahead and use this right now. Boil me slowly. Oh, hey. This is Kaiten. She's after the treasure, too, I think. Oh. So yeah, basically, everyone is here. Including all of these people. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I'd actually prefer if we kept this boat a little less crowded. Well, too bad, Krill. This is an adventure with your friends, whether you like it or not. Well, no. Sadly, Krill actually has one thing that he wants. What's so impressive about this shell? Is it covered in pasta? I like staying in my shell and not talking to people. I especially like not knowing that there are a bunch of zombie crabs in a massive ocean of gunk outside my door. Well, unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy, but, you know... Literally everyone was like, we'll share it, it's all fine, and then Krill immediately disrupts that with being like, I just want my shell back, guys. Like, damn. I really do just want my shell back. The mouth of the drain. And it just so happens that the mouth of the drain and, well, the ship, the barge that we've been talking about, was actually a pinball machine. It's pretty great, honestly. So put quite simply, we have a short area that we need to go to before we reach this, this additional enemy that we have to fight here. I don't want to say final boss, because that's definitely not true. But before the game shifts drastically, we have one additional piece of business to take care of. At the mouth of the drain. So honestly, this region isn't all that hard to kind of complete. And it's one of the quicker ones to complete, honestly, as well. If I could jump, of course. The biggest thing that you have to concern yourself with here is dodging these jets, which will shove you very quickly out of the way. In addition to dealing damage like that. Exactly like that. Missed timing there. Yeah, this isn't as much of a region as it is kind of just you have to go, you know? Like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Tiniest little march to the end, and then you kind of wrap up. I feel like there are some enemies here, but there's not too many. They're closer to the end, either way, of this little journey. But as you can tell from the amount of characters that we can chat with here, this is kind of meant to be more of a little story area than anything else, at least from the beginning. Staple Claw. Oh wait, I forgot to sell all my items before, or sell all these things before. Oh well. Alright. And now it's time for the now it's time.
Ahoy, matey!
Ahoy, matey.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought. No one even showed up to stop us.
I don't like it. Something smells about all this. Roland knew we were gonna show up, so where's all the resistance? It all really stinks of...
A trap?
Yeah.
Right you are,
Glad you called it.
feeder. See, us civilized folk have rules. As much as I dislike your little mottled crew, it wouldn't be gentlemanlike to have you disposed of without a good reason. But all y'all have just stepped onto my private property without permission. And where I come from, that's a crime called trespassing. I
Well,
presume
too
you
bad.
know what we do
It's
to
fine.
trespassers at Shellfish Corp. Inkerton, kill the city folk. Gladly.
Hey, Inkerton. But unfortunately, Kaiten is here to stop
As
you.
for you.
But that just means we get to
I'll
fight Roland.
send you down the drain myself, you little flatworm!
So Roland has a very interesting pattern of
You're
attacks.
good for nothing?
The biggest things that you have to worry about is his punch, which has quite a wind-up to it. And he has multiple stabs that he can do as well.
Here comes the thunder!
But then he gets a little pinball move, too. This, honestly, is pretty easy to get out of the way of.
Ellie? Oh, ah, shit! That treasure's gonna be mine!
Oops. But yeah, he winds up so much with all of his moves. moves.
Yes! Yes! You should have known! This is what we were made for! Animals, you and I!
I think I weakened him enough that he got his second quote, but it was like right when he was supposed to have his first one. Whoops. Hopefully I can get back over there. There we go. Would have been really annoyed at myself if I did that the wrong way.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought. No one even showed up to stop us.
I don't like it.
I'll send you down the drain myself, you little flatworms! It's just business, kid!
See, if you're really good at parrying, this is going to be a very fun time for you, honestly. Like, this is a guy who is, can be a little difficult to parry. But once you get the timing and the rhythm of his attacks, it's like free real estate, basically, especially for these stabs.
That treasure's gonna be mine! Yes! Yes! This is what we were made for! Animals, you and... Here comes the thunder!
Or actually, that's his quote when he does that move, I guess. I don't know. Sorry about that. Oh.
Let's give him a show!
But yeah, as you can see, again, like I said before, if you are a parrying wizard and you can adequately prepare yourself for his kind of stuff that he's gonna pull, then you're gonna be in business.
Little good for nothing?
Can't, well, there's a lot of extra shells that are around here that'll allow you to kind of make up for your mistakes. But as you can see, I'm at least in the position to kill him. And goodbye, Roland. Well,
remarkable work, vagabond. The barge is ours. All that remains is to...
I like hearing their voices every so often when we get
What
into
the
these
shell
things.
was that?
It's kind of fun. You don't hear them as much in the actual game.
Stupid
Oh,
little
anyway.
bottom feeders. Don't let any of these trespassers leave, boys.
Oh, son.
Y'all just don't know when to quit, do you? You could have all stayed in your cozy little homes in the reef, watched a shellfish corp dug up this treasure, and waited for that newfound wealth to
You could have
benefit
waited for the
everyone in
wealth to
town.
trickle down,
Y'all just
guys.
had to get greedy. You decided
You
deserved
could have
this
gotten the
treasure more
trickle
than
down
fine
of the
people
economics,
New
but
Garcia.
instead,
And I would be remiss as a local business leader if I didn't punish y'all for this little indiscretion. I dare say that not a single one of y'all...
Shut up! I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back.
Krill is
I'm
like,
pretty
I don't
sure
care
I've
about
been working harder
capitalism,
than
bro.
anyone
I
else.
really don't.
And now all of a sudden, I'm the jerk for wanting the treasure I earned? And you
Krill
don't
goes
have to
sicko
do
mode.
anything at all. You just sit around and stuff just happens for you. It's not fair. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I'm sick of it.
Krill is done.
Gonna get that
Krill, wait!
treasure!
But as you might expect, of course.
Hold on to something, y'all!
Krill's hubris, unfortunately, does not pay off. I love this art. Nice little animation. Oh, look at him.
Oh, my head. Where am I? It's so cold.
You've really stepped into it now, Krill.
Anyone? Can you hear me?
You really have.
Nema? Chitin? Conch?
And that's the bag thing, too. Like, it's one of those, it really is all his fault kind of things.
I think this
And
is
even
my
now,
fault.
he gets it. Oh, look at that. Now, people were kind of remarking before, like, hey, Souls-like, right?
What word comes to mind
Is this a Souls-like?
when you think of the Earth?
Now it's a Souls-like.
Hello? Is someone there?
If you couldn't tell it was a Souls-like before, we've officially reached that point. I like the little reoccurring kind of thing from the monologue from the start of the game.
Would you say the Earth is beautiful?
No. It's mean, and it's rude, and it's scary. And everything nice in it just gets messed up eventually anyway.
Oh, hey. The treasure.
It's over. It's all
Turned out to
over.
be actual money.
But like, for real this time.
There you are. Do you know what happened to the others?
Oh, now you care about the others, is that right? They can get boiled for all I care, and as a matter of fact, so can you! Take a look, pal. Here's the treasure you had us throw our lives away for!
Yeah, this is actually real
What's
treasure,
that?
pal. The irony is that this is actually real
It's nothing!
treasure.
Nothing usable at all! No plastic, no glass, not even a single nugget of foam. Just this pile of damp paper. It's totally worthless.
But yeah, it being underwater, I mean, it doesn't help it. Yeah.
It was really all for nothing? So what do we do now?
You want my advice? Go find whatever the apex predator is down here and jump in their goddamn mouth! Then you'll finally be valuable to someone!
Well, sorry about that. But it's okay. I'm sure things are fine. I'm sure everything is fine. We're only at the bottom of the ocean.
If the world is ugly, then you need to fight. Fight to rip this ugly world apart.
And
I don't want to.
we
I'm
got the Green
tired
Goblin mask
of
talking
fighting.
to us.
I never wanted to be any good at it. I'm never getting my show back. So what's the point?
If you don't fight, you will die like prey, along with the rest of this world.
Maybe I don't care.
Maybe he doesn't care. And maybe he's about to get jumped by a bunch of crabs that will kill you. You can't do anything about it, by the way. I mean, I'm sure that you could gather that. But yeah, Nema does help you before you die for real. Even though Krill is, well, less than pleased. I really like that, like, a lot of these conversations are kind of like, Krill, like, you're not really as bad off as you think. Like, sure, your shell got taken, but, like, everyone else except for, I guess the blue guy, as Krill called him, is, you know, in a good place, basically. I mean, and even he is in a situation where it's like, he's trapped in a misery cycle due to the fact that he thinks that capitalism is going to be, like, the actual savior. But, yeah, no, Krill's not in a good spot right now. Mental health-wise or physical health-wise. A lot of gunk. So if you're wondering where that voice has been coming from, there it is. So next begins a little trip and a little travel. Which also allows us to go ahead and just, you know, have money as our costume. I am going to quickly find a spot to save. I think we're pretty close to one, actually. Before we do that...
Every step of the way, you've seen the fracturing of this world. Water is turning to acid around you. Lucid minds coming apart at the seams. And deep down, you understand what it means. That this world is reaching the spiral center, that apocalypse is nigh. But do you comprehend apocalypse, little crab? Can you? Certainly not, if you had truly lost hope. If you understood that this world must end. If you could hear the silence that comes afterwards. All that would remain in your mind is an endless scream. You think you've hit rock bottom, little crab? There is so much lower you can go.
All right. Cool. Thanks for that. I didn't want to sleep anyway. The possibility remains that we all come out of this as rich crabs. So, the ruins of the barge, and a little bit of extra stuff to find as we go. So, down at the deep of the ocean, as I'm sure you can tell, not much that we can actually see, so we have to light our way as we go. And with each lit torch opens up the opportunity to be able to explore just a little bit more. I think that, yeah, like, once we get to, like, the middle of the Unfathom is where we start to get some of the most interesting stuff here. But as a part of that comes brand new enemy types, each with their own distinctive problems that you have to deal with. As you might expect, all of these crabs are, or all of these fish are really ugly and really dangerous, so you do have to be very careful in getting around them properly. The only other thing that I would say about this area is that it makes it a little harder to investigate spots until you've properly lit the way. From here, you can then backtrack and see if there's anything else that's around here. But as you can see, some old cell phones, some, let's see. Oh, whoops. So this is kind of like our guy who we've been annoyed by most up until this point, but he has a few new tricks. That's the thing about most of these guys. Like, I think that their biggest factor is that they're very similar to the enemies that we faced before, but they have A lot of things that they can do extra.